So yeah, new springs put in. The Race Tech springs, I think the front were plus 0.54 and the rear was plus 0.56, something around there. I don't know. I'll put it in the comments. But the Race Tech springs, and so far they feel pretty dang good. I went through the manual, looked at the clicker recommendation settings. Figured we'd start soft and progress our way up. There's not a huge change in like the soft compared to the sport mode, and they're all toolless, which is really nice, so I can do them out here with just my hands. Just riding through the quick stuff to get here, felt pretty good. So let's see how she feels on the single track. I haven't ridden this one in a while, so it'll be interesting. So far, those jumps, I don't feel like I'm bottoming out. Big hits don't bottom it anymore, which is really nice. Soft, but not bottoming soft. It's a little too flush for fast stuff. Man, these springs are nice. Nice to have the geometry set up with that rear sag. I got the slacker. This thing is awesome. Super easy to use. And made setting the sag quite easy. Alright, I'm gonna add some more preload, I think. Up 2 on compression, front and rear. And then half a turn on the high-speed compression. It's crazy, just a couple of turns is actually quite noticeable. God, these springs are fucking awesome. Holy shit. Super plush feeling. I know it's right. Let's get some speed here. Oh yeah. Holy shit. That would have clapped the old spring. Alright, I'm liking this setting so far. I didn't valve it. I only did springs, and I think if you're strapped for cash, but you can afford to do just springs, it is, oh my God, best bang for your buck, performance-wise. Play with your clickers and see what they change, because I'd never played with clickers all that much before, and making a huge difference. So play with your clickers when you get your suspension redone. It's actually quite noticeable. So I'm pretty happy with that, adding 2 and then the half turn to the high speed compression. I think this feels pretty darn good. And I'm gonna kind of continue to fine tune it and play around with these clickers. I prefer my suspension a little bit more stiff, in terms of taking big impacts, but also still maintaining that the plush feeling over small chop. So I think I'm going to be able to get it to do that with the stock valving. It feels really plush with these springs, and I'm just going to try to add a little bit more compression for like bottom out resistance, kind of not so much like stiff throughout the whole stroke, but just kind of keep it plush, but then add a little extra compression to kind of keep it from bottoming out. So I'm gonna keep ripping around out here and see what I can find. Yeah, this little chatter is so plush now, such a big difference. So far, nothing but amazing things to say about the suspension. If you guys are in the Reno area and want to get your suspension done, I highly recommend Moto Source. Rich over there is an awesome dude, super helpful. Doesn't try to upsell you on things. I went in there asking questions about revalving, and he's like, dude, just do the springs for now, and if you feel you need the valving, you can always come back and do it later. So super great guy, awesome shop, really nice. They got a lot of selections in their little showroom too. So if you're in the area, highly recommend. So I'm super happy with the springs, how they're performing. Really actually quite happy with the stock valving as well. I feel like Husky or WP did a really good job with this. Suspension setup and suspension package. I don't have any regrets not revalving. I think having the springs is probably more important than the valving. If you're a bigger guy like me, I'm 6'4", 250, 60 pounds, somewhere around there. That stock suspension doesn't cut it for us big boys. And once you've raced or ridden on good suspension, properly sprung suspension for your weight, you'll never go back. It's honestly, it took me too long to get it done on this bike, but I kind of wanted to get a feel for this bike before I spent the money on the suspension. But highly recommend one of your first mods being springs if you're a bigger guy, or even if you're lighter, or if you're a shorter. Get the suspension to set up for you. You know, they come factory, just a very generic suspension package for, I think it's like 180 pounds. So if you're 180 pounds, lucky you don't have to spend the money. But if you're over that weight range, or you're under that weight range, or you have short legs, don't just live with that suspension. You know, you spent enough money on the bike, right? You might as well enjoy it. So get yourself the proper springs for your suspension and you really enjoy it. Also, don't do the lowering linkage. If you're a short person, get it properly done. I understand it's expensive, but it's going to perform way better instead of just shortening your amount of travel you have on the bike. So I'll get off that high horse. So let's see. We'll go down here and we'll cut across and go play on the hillsides around over here. Here, so we're gonna take a left. See what's up here. Overlooking hill climb. And it was, map 1 is for torque, map 2 is for power. Pretty good way. Alright, let's get out of this hole. A little recap and some final thoughts. I highly recommend race tech springs, or just respringing your bike in general, because it is incredible how good the bike performs when it is run for the proper weight. I went up a couple spring sizes and it's making a huge difference. I also think you need to go pick yourself up a slacker the softest setting, the comfort setting according to the manual, and and made some adjustments from there. I think that's a really good way of doing it. That's how I'll do it, because I prefer a flush suspension that doesn't bottom out. So I wanted to see how low I could get the compression and the rebound without having to worry about bottom out, and still having good compression and rebound and good feel to technical bits, but also still being able to do well in the fast, flowy stuff. So I think this is a good starting point. The more I ride, the more I'll be able to adjust it. Don't be afraid to play with your clickers. Play with them. Get your suspension done. It's going to be a huge improvement, I promise you. It makes the bike so much more lively and fun, and you're in way better control of the bike. So, thank you guys for watching as always. I appreciate it. Make sure to check out some other videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh. Perfect ending. Just as I was talking about being in control.